All right, let's talk about Torex Gold. Imagine a company that for years was just burning through cash. I mean, spending a fortune on this one massive, super risky project. And then bam, almost overnight, it transforms into a legit cash-generating machine. It's like they just flipped a switch on their entire future. So yeah, let's dig into the story. I mean, think about it like this. You've got this giant machine, and for years, all it did was eat money, just consume cash. But now, that same machine is churning out gold bars and literally spitting out cash. That's Torex Gold right now. And it really seems like the market is only just starting to wake up to how much money is about to start pouring out of this thing. And hey, if you want proof of a financial turnaround, look no further than this. Nothing screams, "We're back," quite like wiping your debt off the books. I mean, in just 2 years, Torex went from being heavily in debt to completely, totally debt-free. That is a massive shift. It frees up this incredible torrent of cash that, guess what, can now flow directly to investors. Okay, so how does a company pull off a magic trick like that? Well, obviously it wasn't magic. It was something way riskier. It was a massive, high-stakes bet. A bet that is now paying off in, frankly, spectacular fashion. And look, when we say spectacular, we really, really mean it. Just check out their 2025 earnings. They were an absolute blockbuster. Revenue soared past $1.3 billion. This is what it looks like when that cash machine we've been talking about is firing on all cylinders. And what's really great is that all that cash isn't just piling up in a vault somewhere. Nope, it's flowing directly back to shareholders. We're talking dividends, we're talking stock buybacks. This is basically the company sending a giant signal to the world, saying, hey everyone, the years of heavy spending are over, the harvest has officially begun. But, you know, to really get this story, you have to understand the incredible high-wire act they just pulled off. It's a classic tale, really. A company betting its entire future on this super risky transition, moving from an old, dying mine to a brand new, state-of-the-art gold factory. See, for years, Torex had this really reliable cash cow, the ELG mine. But, you know, that cow was starting to run out of milk. So the company's massive gamble was to build its replacement, this giant project called Media Luna, and get it running before the old mine completely dried up. It was all about timing. If they got it wrong, the whole company could have gone under. No joke. And wow, the last 12 months for them have just been a series of home runs. I mean, check this out. In May of 2025, they hit the biggest one. Media Luna officially started pumping out gold. Then they made a really smart acquisition to expand their territory. And to top it all off, they brought in a new CEO whose main job, really, is to figure out the best way to spend all this fantastic new cash. All right, so the new mine is humming along, everything's great. So what does the future actually look like? Well, let's take a little peek at the company's own 2026 playbook to see just how big this cash machine is expected to get. Okay, before we get into the nitty-gritty numbers, there's a key term you gotta know, AISC. It stands for All-In Sustaining Costs. The easiest way to think about it is this. It's the total cost for Torex to get 1 ounce of gold out of the ground and ready to sell. So, any price they get for that ounce above that number, that's pure profit. So, with that in mind, here's what Torex is officially telling everyone to expect for 2026. They're going to produce a massive amount of gold. We're talking between 420 and 470,000 ounces. And their cost to do it, right around $1,800 an ounce. This is the guidance that has investors so excited. And here, you can really see the impact of that new Media Luna mine. I mean, look at that jump. Nearly 70,000 more ounces in a single year. That is what's fueling this whole transformation. That's the rocket fuel for all that revenue and cash flow we've been talking about. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The pros on Wall Street, they are all over this story. Major banks are basically scrambling over each other to raise their price targets. They see that Torex has made it through the really risky part and is now entering what looks like a golden era of profitability. But wait, there's another huge piece to this puzzle. Because, see, Torex isn't just succeeding all on its own. It's also riding this massive wave in the gold market. It's like they've got these powerful global tailwinds pushing them forward. I mean, 2025 was just a spectacular year for gold itself. Prices rocketed up nearly 50%. And this wasn't just some minor blip on the radar, it was a seismic shift, and it was driven by huge players like central banks. So just think about the timing here. Torex starts producing a lot more gold at the exact moment the price of that gold is going through the roof. Perfect. And it looks like the party might not be over yet. A lot of the same forces that drove gold higher in 2025, they're still very much in play. You've got central banks that are still buying. The Fed is widely expected to cut rates. The dollar is looking a little shaky, and, well, the world is still a pretty messy place. All of that is basically a perfect recipe for a continued gold bull market. Okay, so here's where it gets really, really exciting. A lot of analysts are predicting that gold prices could soar to $4,000 or even $5,000 an ounce. Now let's connect the dots. Remember Torex's cost to produce that same ounce? It's only around $1,800. So do the math. We're talking about a potential profit of over $2,000 for every single ounce of gold they dig out of the ground. The potential here is just staggering. Okay, but let's be real. No investment is ever a sure thing, right? So we have to flip the coin and look at the risks. What could possibly derail this golden story? So, yeah, what's the catch? What are the big challenges that could mess up this whole cash machine narrative? Well, there are really three main things to keep an eye on. First, you've got geopolitical risk. All of their operations are in one single state in Mexico, and that comes with its own set of challenges. Second, there's execution risk. They pulled this off once, but now they have to prove they can do it again with their next big project. And finally, of course, cost inflation. If labor and operational costs spike, it could really eat into those juicy profit margins we were just talking about. So there you have it. Torex Gold has done the really hard part. They built the cash machine, they flipped the switch, and the money is pouring out. The big question now is, can they keep it running? Or is something going to throw a wrench in the works? That right there is the multi-billion-dollar question that the market is just waiting to see answered.